Welcome to North of the Broad. I'm your host, Karen Wyman, coming to you from Higher Ground in Beaufort. We have a great show lined up for you today, so stay tuned for more North of the Broad. Welcome to North of the Broad. I'm your host, Karen Wyman, coming to you from Higher Ground in Beaufort. I'm joined this afternoon by Michael Ruthsatz. I got that right?
You did.
All right,
Very nice.
From Beaufort Charities.
Yes.
Welcome to North of the Broad.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate
Absolutely,
it.
yeah. I know you have a lot. We have a lot to talk about
Sure.
in 5 minutes, but tell us about Beaufort Charities and the history of the organization. There may be people watching on WHHI who have moved to the area,
Sure.
or just are unfamiliar with Beaufort Charities and the amazing work that you all do here in the community.
Well, thank you. Yeah, like myself, moving here, I was looking for a good group to get involved with. Googled charities in Beaufort, got Beaufort Charities, and the main event we put on is a golf tournament. Started in 1976. While back.
Wow,
Back.
Not quite as old as I am.
That's
but.
right. Before Beaufort Charities was even around, all the monies was given to the Heart Fund, and now it's just transferred over the year. They actually have Beaufort Charities set up as well, and we do that, and it's 0 employees. 100% of the money goes back to Beaufort County, which is one of the things we really like to say. You know, no employees and 100% of the money going to Beaufort
And
County.
super attractive to someone like yourself who's looking to give back to the community because you know that where
100%.
all the money goes, right?
Exactly.
So what are the main events that are done with Beaufort Charities?
3 main events that we have. We do the big golf tournament. That's what most people know us from. This year it's going to be from the 17th to the 19th. We call it Charities Week for us working on it, but 17th
right.
through the 19th. And we do have, the neat thing about that golf tournament is that there's the ability for, even if you don't play golf, to go out there and enjoy a wonderful weekend out at Fripp,
Certainly.
still be a part of the organization and join all the festivities and give back to the community. There's availability to do that, where you can attend all the social events, but not the golf.
Right. So you can certainly show up if you're looking for people to be volunteers. There's always that.
We always use volunteers, right?
And sponsorship always is something that's important in order to keep things going.
Our sponsors are the only reason we really are able to do this, which is great. We've got a lot of great ones that sponsor a lot of our events throughout the year, so it's wonderful. Yeah, so that one's the first one, the biggest one. The first one is actually March 3rd this year. It's going to be the Oyster Roast. We partnered up with St. Peter's Oyster Roast, which has been around for a long time as well, well over 10 years. We've partnered up with them, and we do that down at Live Oak Park in Port Royal, and that's a wonderful event as well, all-day event. We have an event for our sponsors on Friday, and then the actual oyster roast all day there, and we've actually got a 5K run along with that as well.
Right, so we know Low Country locals here, nobody can give up a good oyster roast.
No,
pass it by, it's a great event,
wonderful.
I know. So one of the things you also want to talk about, though, is the Club for Kids.
Yes, we started that as well. That we're 2 years in, Clubs for Kids, a program where we're trying to get our local kids involved in the game of golf. And what we do is we start off with a main event in April, usually the first weekend in April, probably going to be April the 7th this year.
Okay.
And it's out at Cat Island is where we host that event. And
it's
it's a wonderful facility out there for us. We started off with 50 kids the first year. Our second year we had 80. And what we do is we bring the pros out here from all over, TGC, Cat Island, Legends at Paris Island, even all the way out Sea Pines. We've had pros, Spring Island, come out to help us out with that. And we put a clinic on for the kids. And at the end of the clinic, we actually give away free golf clubs to every kid that comes there that needs it.
That is amazing.
Yes.
And is there an age range for the kids who can participate in the event?
5 to 12 is where we've got it right now. That may change, but right now we're 5 to 12. And I've said many times, this is our second year, and I'm hoping by year 5 we'll have a great plan and be running fluid. So I'm looking for input from all the parents and kids participating.
Great. So how did you hear about Beaufort Charities and the whole event?
Well, you know, I've played golf and loved golf my whole life. I moved down here 2.5 years ago, and like I said, Googled charities in Beaufort, and Beaufort Charities popped up. It had a golf tie. It was a natural fit, and was able to, it's a great group of people, great group of volunteers, which that's kind of how I came about it.
Okay. So if other people are looking to get involved, Mike, how can they do that? How can they participate?
Well, like we mentioned earlier, sponsors we could always use. We've got great sponsors that do a lot of wonderful things for us. Jared Newman Law, Lee Distributor, Sea Island Dentistry, Michael Eggers' family with McDonald's. A lot of those folks are doing a lot of work for us, but we could always use more, and that's always a great help. If you don't want to be a sponsor but you still want to participate, volunteers are great as well. We just did a wonderful event called the Summer Soak Down just right around the corner, and we're just trying to do more and more events. So the more volunteers we have, the bigger book of business for volunteers we have, the best.
Great. And if people are interested in getting involved in volunteering, can they find this information? Is there a charities website that they can go to, or a Facebook page?
Yeah, all the above. BeaufortCharities.org. You can check us out on Facebook. We've got contact information there for all of our events and ways you can reach out for us to help us out and volunteer and just come to the events.
Sounds good. So the next thing on the list, what is coming up first?
September 23rd looks like the rain out date for our Clubs for Kids. We had it this past Saturday. Unfortunately, got a little bit of rain. We're going to try for September 23rd, but I encourage you just check the website out. Email us if you want some information, but we'll have more information up there on the website.
And whereabouts is it going to be?
Most likely to be back out at TGC. They got at Pleasant Point. That's where it was before the rain out.
Excellent. Okay. Thank you so much for being a guest.
Thanks
for all the stuff that you're doing for Beaufort Charities and for our community and volunteering your time.
Glad to do it.
So nice to have you on as a guest, and hopefully come back before we get to the main event in May.
That sounds wonderful.
Right.
Thank you so much
You're
for having
welcome.
us.
We'll be right back with our next guest of North of the Broad.